So personalization versus relevance. So
Oh,
what are
yeah.
your thoughts on spending, I think I saw it the other day, there's like the 555 method, 5 minutes on research, 5 minutes on something, 5 minutes on writing the email. So it's super personalized and you're only sending like 4 emails an hour, but that, that person's going to get an awesomely personalized message, which is very specific to them. It's probably going to get through the spam filter better, etc. Or is it better to, instead of spending so much time on the email, and still spend some time on the email, obviously, but you're actually better off creating a super targeted list of people to then send basically the same email to, but because that's so curated and so specific, the list, um, the email is going to be relevant to them, and it's going to seem personalized. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, that's totally my strategy, that second one. But I like to think relevance is why I'm reaching out to you. Whereas personalization is I made this message for you, which I think both have a time and place in the world. But I mean, obviously, in theory, all your messages should be relevant, but I just find it to be much easier to make a really curated list just based on certain triggers. Like, so for me, I sell to paid social marketers who run the specific ad unit on Meta. So I'm just like, hey, so I go and check on Meta and I'm like, hee hee, like they're running it. Perfect. So then once I like QA that they are a good fit, then they can all kind of get the same message from there. Is it like the best for my spam filters and deliverability? Like, probably not. But again, gotta pick my battles. And this is just a battle that I have to go down because I'm a one man show. But I think if you have a really small list of accounts, take your time. If you have a big list of accounts, you can kind of, or you're really, really busy, you can go for the more relevant, automated vibe. I really just think it depends on what you're working with. But for me, I don't really personalize much. I think it's too much of a time suck for my day, and I'm booking meetings just fine without it. So I don't really need it.
So can you just like walk us through your actual process in a bit more detail though? So how are you? Because you're saying like they're super targeted, right? So
Hmm.
what are you actually looking for? Um, how long does it take you to create this list? Like, is it 5 minutes? Is it 2 hours? Like, how much? What is this actually working in? How is this actually working in reality? Um, and then how long are you then spending on the email? Like, are you tweaking the email at all? Is it just a mass email that you've like, okay, this is the way I'm thinking about it in my head, and it might not be this deep, but are you like, have you written an email for marketing managers of companies that are 20 to 55 people who live in a certain location, who focus on a certain technology, and then you're like mentioning that in the email so it looks like you've personalized it, or is it not that complicated?
No, it's not that complicated. So my email, so once I've QA'd everyone, I'm like, okay, all of these companies are running the ad unit that I want and they look the way that I want. Then I find the people who run the ads. Those are like my target, the marketing people who run the ads. I'm like, perfect, find you. Beep up boop, put them in the sales loft. And then my cadence is not at all that specific. It's literally just like, hey, I saw you're running white background product ads on Facebook. Like, that's literally just what I'm calling out. And then I'm like, hey, have you ever tried adding branding to those?